Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our truly international talk show with authors. We talk to authors all over the world. We just had an author who lives in England, United Kingdom, he calls it, and a fascinating book. Our next author is somewhere in Nevada. We're going to find out where. Our guest is Tommy Lee Davis. Welcome, Tommy.
Thank you, Mike. How are you this morning?
Very well, very good. I was just reading a synopsis on your book, and this pretty exciting book.
Yes, it is, definitely.
Now,
I advise everybody to go out and buy it.
Yeah, please do. Now, you're somewhere in Nevada?
I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh, in Las Vegas. Is there some football thing going on this week?
Yes, Super Bowl weekend. This weekend coming up in the Raiders Stadium.
We're very excited about that.
The whole of Las Vegas is excited about it.
Yeah, I bet they are. Now, before that, you lived in Texas, I think?
I lived in Texas. I did, yeah. My father lived in Texas. He's passed on since then, but yeah, he lived in Texas, in Dallas for a long time.
And before Texas, where were you?
Before Texas, I was in England, actually. I moved to the United States in 1976. Mm-hmm. I spent most of my life, my early life anyway, should I say. I spent most of my early life in England. Did all my schooling and everything in England.
That's cool.
I lived in a little place called Welling City, which is in Hertfordshire, which is about 24, 25 miles south of London. So that's where I started out.
That's great. Now, the books, Asim's Extraordinary Journeys, I thought there was just one book, but when I started researching, there's a whole bunch of these things, aren't there?
Yeah, it's a recurring series that I've done. In actual fact, where I'm at right now is I've got my first book, Asim's Extraordinary Journeys, which is book one. I just re-released book two, and I'm in the process of releasing book three, and later this year I'll be releasing book four.
Wow.
I have book 5 and 6 still in manuscript, and this is all Asim's. It's like following his journey with his warriors and everything. So it's an exciting trip.
Now, the one I was reading up on was the one about the children. They grab the male children.
That's the first one.
That's the first book. Okay. It's just fantastic. It's just fantastical. I mean, these people live in a time maybe in the future or in the past?
In the past.
In the past?
In the past. It's a futuristic land. It's not has its tendencies to be a real place, because of the, like a 15th, 16th century setup. So it's kind of like that.
Now these, I don't want to give away too much, spoiler alert, but some bad guys come and they grab all the male children from a town, a little village, and they take them, and so the villagers say, we got to get our kids back, and they go looking for this great heroic figure, and that's where we meet Asim.
Yes, that's where he comes in with his warriors, and of course then they have a real perilous trek, should we say, across strange countryside, mountains, caves, everywhere, meeting all kind of strange monsters, to giants, to witches, dwarfs, just a perilous journey all the way through, trying to get to the king's castle to try and save the kids and get them back for the village people.
I don't know how somebody could put together the world like you did, a whole world and all these people and all these characters, and you did it all in your head. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's strange. People ask that all the time. They say, well, how do you come up with these things? And it's like, that is a difficult question. That's probably the hardest question that I can answer, because I really don't know. It's just in my brain somewhere. Yeah. This whole series slowly, the problems they have and everything, just slowly coming out.
When did you start writing this series?
About 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Wow.
Probably.
You've accomplished a lot in 5 years.
Yeah, I guess. I've had a lot more time because I retired from the workforce. So
Nice.
once I retired, I had a little more time to write.
Hmm.
So this is what I've been doing to keep myself active. I've
Yeah.
been writing. I do have another book too that I finished and I wrote. So I'm not going to go into that right now. I don't want to confuse everybody. But
I'm just
but yeah,
I'm just flashing up some of your book covers for our viewers
okay,
to take a look
great,
at. Now,
great.
who should be reading this book? Is it for anybody? Is it for people
It's
who
really a young adult
young adult?
book. Probably, I would say probably 10 to 18 years, somewhere in that area. But really, it's a book for everybody. I mean, if you are a fantasy lover, if you love fantasy, it's really one of those books that you can get into, and it doesn't matter what age you are. You can be 10, you
Yeah.
can be 90. You know,
Yeah.
it's
I got to tell you, I read a lot of young adult books myself. I,
yeah.
my kids would never read their books assigned in school, so I started reading them and telling them about them. But this is fascinating, and I've only read a few little blurbs on this, but I'm just taken by it, and I'll be reading this whole series. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Now, where do people buy these books?
I'm Amazon,
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble, all the retailers have my book. So I'm hopefully, that people go to Amazon or go to Barnes and Noble wherever they shop for books.
Yeah.
Even Walmart online, you can find these books.
I
So
just
hopefully,
I just went to Amazon, typed Asim, ASIM, and all your books popped up. So it's pretty easy to find.
fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm glad. That's good to hear.
Yeah. Now, tell me, Tommy, Tommy Lee Davis, by the way, the author. Let me put these covers up again because the covers really pull you in. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the covers. I like the first one. I did have one before that, but I thought it was a little too dark. So this is like the second cover of the first.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a little bit better. And then, like I said, as I'm going, I'm re-releasing the second and third and fourth book. So with different covers that I feel that are better. And, trying to get it a little better. I'm trying to go back to the stories that I wrote, 2 or 3 years ago and trying to maybe tweak it a little bit to kind of make it, just a little more interesting. Make it.
Now, so you're busy doing what right now? Finishing the last couple?
Right now, I'm working. I'm going through book 3. I'm re-editing, vamping, should I say?
Yeah. The most amazing thing that I always wonder about is it's one thing to write a book and you write and write and write. Somewhere along there, you have to get to the point where you put that pencil down and say, "That's it." That must be difficult.
Yeah, it is. But I have a story in my head. I know where I'm going with it. So when I start A, I know what B is. So, everything that happens in the middle, but A and B
Right.
is the start and the finish. So, yeah, I have in my head where I'm finished. It's not that difficult.
So you just got to fill in the middle,
Yeah, A and B, and then whatever I find in the middle. Yeah.
whatever comes
And
up.
that's where the journey comes in.
Now, by the way, your work on the last few, what's your process? You get up and say, I must sit down every morning at 7 a.m. and start writing?
Oh, no. No. I kind of write when I feel like it. I kind of don't feel good if I don't write every day.
Yeah.
But, it's not, I'm up at 7 o'clock, I got to write till 3 or 4 o'clock. No,
Yeah.
not that. Sometimes I do. I mean, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But if
Yeah.
I've got an idea in my head or
Yeah.
if I've got something in my head, I want to get up and write it down.
Yeah, you are retired after all. You need to take some retirement time.
retired.
So. All right, Tommy, we're up against our time limit here, but anything else
Okay.
you want our viewers to know about you or your books?
No, just that I'm going to have the series continue. I'll have more books out this year. I just want everybody to go out and read and go out and buy my book and read it. That's the main thing. the thing with a writer is you don't get any benefit out of writing unless somebody reads it and says, hey, that's a good book.
Right.
You know, so
All
and
right,
they enjoy your writing. So that's all I'm asking for, is people to read it and enjoy what I've wrote.
very good. Tommy Lee Davis is our author. Asim's Extraordinary Journeys is the series. Get it. And I'm going to read this too. Then we'll have Tommy back on. We'll talk to him about it some more.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Tommy. We'll be back with more authors right after this.